In a recent video, we talked about things you will not like about living in a small town. And in this video, we're going to now talk about things that you will like about living in a small town.
Sounds fun. Number one is that there is much less traffic.
When we lived in Edmonton, you just had to make peace with the fact that any place you were going, you were going to spend at least 20 minutes in the car. And that's not really the case here. Everything's pretty close. If I wasn't so lazy, I could walk a lot of places. But when I do take the car, it just takes me 2 or 3 minutes to get there. So as a portion of my day, the time I spend in a vehicle is far, far less in a small town.
Yes, there's way less freeways here. But the flip side of that, the one thing we do have to deal with is that we only kind of have the one highway, which can get busy because there's only the one highway when there's ferry traffic especially.
I think that's pretty specific to us. Not too many towns that have to deal with a regularly scheduled influx of traffic.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the traffic proximity that I'm just 5 minutes to everything I want right here in town, I like it. Number two is the safety of the community. Safety for kids to walk around, the safety even because there's less traffic and there's not a big highway of people going 130 kilometers an hour through the community. So, and just less gang violence because it is smaller.
Gang violence, I think, is maybe a little bit of a presumption that in every city it's just run ragged with gang violence. We have a different type of crime, I guess, is what I would say here. And that in the city, you would have, big city crime that does include things like violence and gangs and that kind of thing. And not that we don't ever experience those things in a small town, but it's a far lower instance of it. I'm much more worried about somebody stealing something out of my car than I am a random shooting when I'm out and about or something like that.
Yeah, and with the safety, I guess it's a smaller community. You know your neighbor a little bit. Your neighbor looks out for you, looks out for your property. So there's that sense of community and safety in that. Maybe the safety thing is more not about other people, but about wildlife.
Yes.
You could be walking up the driveway and there's a bear and be like, oh, so you're just going to be bear aware.
Yes. It's what type of safety are you prepared to deal with, right? You're worried about a certain threat in the city, but you're probably never worried that you're going to run across a black bear as you're walking through downtown Calgary. Whereas here, or depending where you live, that might be a regular occurrence. You got to watch out for a bear.
Number three is a stronger sense of community. It's like we're a small town and we're all in it together and we rally in.
We're all paddling towards a common destination. In a big city, we were lucky to have good neighbors and, depending on the neighborhood you were in, it was maybe very community minded. And then there's bigger rallying points like go to the hockey game, let's cheer for them to win. And let's go to the football game and cheer for them to win. You're maybe still day to day a little bit more isolated. And I find that's not really the case here. You're pulling towards the same goals with everybody in the community, more or less to a certain degree.
Yeah, the smaller community, even like smaller businesses, like they'll support each other, they'll help each other, and it trickles down to the whole community.
We really have to rely on each other in a small town. Mm-hmm. Whereas in this bigger city, you take for granted that there's going to be somebody in that mass of people that can help you or serve you or sell something to you or whatever it is you need, provide a service. Whereas here, not so much. You have a little bit of a smaller pool to draw from. So you really rely on it and you're appreciative when somebody else comes through for you. So you want to make sure you return that favor for the community when they need something from us.
That's right. Number four is lack of busyness.
It's a little less hectic in a small town. We're not always running off to the next appointment. We don't have a long way to go to get to the next appointment. So it's just a little more laid back, a little more chill. Parking lots are smaller. You probably don't have to park way in the back one, except at Christmas time. It's just a more relaxed pace of life.
You have an appointment, you can be in and out, and it's just quick.
That's right. Yeah, it's good. I like it a lot.
Number five is being close to nature.
We're really spoiled with this one here. Maybe not every place has the abundance of natural beauty that we have, but I do think a small town, just because in a geographic sense, you're closer to nature. You're not surrounded by city. You got to be surrounded by something. So it's the outdoors, right? We're really lucky that what we're surrounded by are oceans and mountains and lakes and forests and those kinds of things. But even when we were each of us living on the prairies, you're surrounded by lakes and big open fields and those kinds of things. And it's just kind of a little bit easier to appreciate the outdoors in that way. You can just go outside and enjoy being outside and not necessarily have to go to a park.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I really liked growing up in a small town, but I forgot about once I lived in a city, but then rediscovered it when we moved here, was that when I go out at night, if it's a clear night, you can look up and you can see sky and stars and that kind of thing. And living in a city, you had to leave the city to see that. So that's kind of just a really special thing to go into the yard and just be able to look up and see something really pretty above you.
I agree. All right. So those are the top 5 things that you will probably like about living in a small town.
Thanks for watching, and leave a note in the comment about something you like about living in your small town. Where is it and what do you like about it?
Bye-bye.